Good morning. Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul
And Pepper.
and Pepper.
And the baby.
And there's a Persephone. I am Maui Paul and Pepper and Persephone, and we are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. Looks like Pepper put up a question of the day this morning. What are you up to this weekend? I am up to all manner of fun stuff, man. I'm gonna meet some really cool people and do some really cool stuff, and man, I think that this weekend is going to be quite a game changer for me. Lots and lots of really cool stuff going on in my life, and I look forward to being able to talk about it more later. But anyways, let's see here. So looks like there's lots of really cool people in the chat. Good morning, Lane. Good morning, Jan. She says that she's going to be doing projects in Pete and Maya and partying at Paradise. Good morning, Lauren. Lauren's going to be hanging out with friends and partying at Paradise. Of course, partying at Paradise is a theme for all of us, isn't it? Let's see here. Good morning, Tony, coming in from Florida. Looking forward to seeing you again, hugging your neck again, Tony. Good morning, Shauna. Happy Fresh Friday to you too. Tony says she's hanging out with family, celebrating a recent loss. Love and prayers to all. Love and prayers to you as well. I love the idea, Tony, of celebrating. The fact is that sometimes when people leave us to go to their next adventure, that it really is a cause for celebration, not because we're happy that they're gone, but because we're happy that they lived, and that we're celebrating all the amazing stuff they did and all the effects they had on us. The Jews have a saying: when somebody passes, may their memory be a blessing. And I've adopted that saying, and because it's just such a powerful one. So may the memory of the ones who you have lost be a blessing. That every single time you think about them, that they're meant that you are blessed simply because they have entered your awareness. Good morning, Dan, coming in from Buford, and let's see. Yeah, it looks like that's everybody here. So yeah, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be out and about this weekend. I I'm going to be building a foundation for my new shed that I'm going to be moving the wake up call into. What's up, Pepper?
There's something big happening this weekend.
Oh yeah, what's that?
You don't remember? I turned 30 this weekend.
Oh, I know that.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
Pepper.
a big deal this weekend.
That
What's
is,
up this
that
weekend?
that is a very big deal this weekend. Yes, indeed, you do turn 30 this weekend on Sunday. Pepper turns 30 on the 30th. It's her. Yeah, she'll get to be 30 for the whole rest of her life. But yeah, Pepper does indeed turn 30 this weekend. Have some really fun parties to go to. Faith also turns. Well, I don't know. She turns 30, but Faith it's her birthday this weekend. I don't know how old she is, but yeah, it is indeed her birthday. But lots of fun birthdays this weekend. But yeah, all kinds of good stuff happening this weekend, and I'm very excited to go and live it. So, anyways, yeah, so we're gonna do what we do every morning on Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. And I'm gonna pull a card off the deck. I'm gonna ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and we are gonna respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. As we do this, we're building into our own lives and changing up our own understandings. And and Pepper actually selected the card this morning, so I'm very curious as to which one she selected. I told her to select one that was very appropriate for her, that was going to speak to her. So let's have some fun. Let's pull the card and say that today I am evolving. I am evolving. My experiences shape my future. So I am evolving. My experiences shape my future. Are you evolving? You are evolving. Your experiences shape your future. I'm going to write that down in the comments. I think it's a really appropriate one. Indeed, I am evolving. My experiences shape my future. Dan says I'm evolving, not molting. Yeah, I'm glad you're not molting, Dan. If you were molting, I'd be calling a doctor. I'd be like, we need a medical professional immediately. Uh,
But you have to molt in order to grow into the new version of yourself.
yes, true that. But anyways, yes, indeed, I am evolving. You are as well. I love the image on this card. Pepper and I, we were working on a nature deck, and I was like, you grab one of them like nautilus shells because of just how they start really teeny tiny, and then they get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you have all these different chambers in the shell. So, anyways, I am evolving. You are evolving as well. Persephone has decided to
It's
evolve.
pooping.
Oh, she's decided that she's going to be pooping and poop grunting all over the wake up call, just like she did at the doctor yesterday, all over their table.
Oh, she just peed on her table.
Yeah, she was not happy about the rectal thermometer thing. She did not like that at all.
No.
Yeah,
Rectal thermometer goes in, pee comes whoosh.
comes out. Yeah, I was like, well, doctor looked at me like it was my fault. I'm like, nah, man, you did it. Oh yeah. But anyway, I am evolving. You are evolving as well, and our experiences truly do shape our future. The fact is that the people that we are today shapes who we are tomorrow. Who we are being in this moment is the result of who we were in the last moment. The successes that we have right now are built on the successes from yesterday. The lessons that we're learning right now are built on the lessons that we learned yesterday, and ultimately, what we are becoming in our future is the result of who we are being today, how we are choosing to present ourselves today, right now. And so we are evolving. And I love the idea, or I love the visual of the way that the evolution works here. The evolution is always building on the previous evolution. We don't just become one. We don't just become different things. We become better versions of whatever it was that we were beforehand. The animal that inhabited this shell became larger versions of itself over and over and over again. And as it grew, it would then create a new portion of the shell for it to live in. Indeed, so it is with us as well as we are evolving. The experiences that we have yesterday are what help us to define who we're becoming tomorrow, and the life that we set up for ourselves yesterday is the springboard from which we launch whatever it is that we are doing tomorrow. And so I am evolving, and you are too. And I'm very excited to be evolving with you. Uh, you know, over the years, I've actually had I've actually had a couple of people come up to me and tell me that when they first met me, they really didn't like me, or they didn't want to like me, and they all said the same thing. They said, when I first met you, I really just I didn't like you. I didn't want to like you. I wasn't sure about you. But over the years, I've discovered that you're just I just really like the way that you've grown. And first of all, I thought it took a lot of courage to say that, because I don't know if I would ever have the courage to tell somebody that, oh, by the way, I didn't like you when I first met you, but I eventually warmed up to you. The people who said that to me were definitely more mature than me. Uh, but the fact is that when they said that, my first thought was not, hey, you didn't like me when you first met me. My first thought was, wow, I must have grown significantly in over the past years. And so, as I've grown significantly, I'm sure that the people around me have as well. In fact, I know for a fact that the people around me have. I watch the people around me evolve and grow too. If you're on the wake up call, I watch you evolve and grow. If you do life with me at Paradise, then I watch you evolve and grow. And quite frankly, I feel like the folks who surround me are on wonderful life trajectories. That each and every one of us has kind of pointed ourselves in the way, in a direction that is good for us, that is good for the people around us, and are proceeding along that life trajectory. And so we are evolving. Good morning, Teddy. You're evolving too. And so the experiences that we have today are shaping our future. So let's treat them that way. Let's treat the experiences that we're having today as if they are having a profound effect on our future. Let's consider them like that. The chance encounters that we have today, the opportunities that we have to make an impression on somebody today. Let's recognize that these are not isolated instances. These are these are just these are parts of a larger collective whole that ultimately defines our lives. They say that They say that the days drag on forever, but the years go by so fast. And the more years that I accumulate under my belt, the more I realize that. I saw a really a funny slash, I don't know, very poignant comic, and it said, how does a year look when you're a really small child, and a year looks like it's from here to another planet. That's how long it takes for a year to happen. And then how does a year look when when you get a bit older, and a year looks like from here to the top of a mountain. How does a year look when you're a young adult, and gosh, a year looks like it's at the end of a drag strip. And how does a year look after you've had kids, and a year looks like it just flies by in a blink of an eye. And boy, let me tell you, it feels like the years have been flying by in a blink of an eye. And yet they're full of days that are just amazing. Days that are beautiful, days that the days that are just completely packed. My yesterday was so packed with amazing stuff. I couldn't, if I wanted to write about it, it would take me longer to write about it than it took to live it. And and I find that that's more of my days now. But the fact is that I think about my years, and I look about, Facebook serves me memories from 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 years ago. I'm like, wait a minute, that wasn't yesterday. I thought I'm like that is crystal clear in my mind when that just happened. But then I think about the person that I was being back then, or I'll go through my journals and I'll read my journals from several years ago, and it'll be crystal clear to me that I've grown significantly. I've grown past that point. As indeed, I'm sure that my journals that I write today, when I read them in 5 years or so, I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember being that guy. He didn't really know all that much at all. He was getting there. Um, but anyways, yeah. So let's just embrace the evolution that we are all that we are all going through, and know that today is the most important part of our lives. All right, so it being Friday, let us go through the cards for the week and see where they took us. We started off the week by affirming that we are excited, that we eagerly anticipate life's joys. We talked about how fear and excitement are the same thing, except that fear is just excitement without the breath. And so that when we are afraid about what's coming into the future, we can just take a deep breath and realize that what we actually are feeling is just an excitement, an excitement perhaps about the unknown, but an excitement nonetheless, and that we can anticipate what's coming as being joyful instead of as being scary. Of course, that ties into our next card, which is that we are imaginative, that we create ideal situations in our mind, and that's exactly what we do. In order to turn fear into excitement, we simply create an ideal situation instead of using our minds to catastrophize and think, and be slaves to our minds. We rein our minds in, and we use our minds as a vehicle to accomplish the things that are most important to us by creating those ideal situations. Well, as we do that, we find that we become vibrant, that we radiate energy and life because we're not focusing on the things that we don't want. We're focusing on the things that we do want. We're focusing on the things that on the most ideal outcomes. We're talking about and envisioning and bringing into reality the things that are most important as opposed to the things that scare us. On Thursday, we affirmed that we are inspired, that we act on our creative impulses. When we're living that vibrant life, when we're imagining the things that are most important to us, when we are excited about what is to come, then that creates an inspiration that allows us to act. And that action every single day allows us to evolve, and for our experiences, including the ones that we intentionally bring into our lives, to shape our future. It's been a great week, and of course, it comes all the way down to the awesome Saturday card, which is that we are awesome. So let us recognize our inherent value and worth. Let's recognize that we are inherently valuable simply because we are here, that we are worthy of the life that we lead because we are leading it, and that for so long as we are on this plane of understanding, on this plane of reality, that we deserve to be here. Speaking of us being transcendent collective consciousness expressing as human on this plane of understanding, I actually have a whole bunch of stuff to do tomorrow, Awesome Saturday, and so I will not be doing the Awesome Saturday service. So just so you guys know, don't be expecting an Awesome Saturday service tomorrow. I will return on Monday though with more wake up call. Just I have some stuff to do tomorrow at about the time that the Awesome Saturday service would otherwise be going off, and I'm going to be in a place with not all that much internet. But anyways, but I will return tomorrow at 9 a.m. with another. I'm sorry, on Monday at 9 a.m. with another one of these wake up calls. Until then, I love you. I care about you. I appreciate you. I think that you are absolutely awesome and amazing. I recognize that you are evolving and that you have an amazing life ahead of you, just like you have an amazing life behind you. This now moment is very powerful, so let's take advantage of it, and let's take advantage of it in a big way. It is it have a happy, amazing, wonderful Friday. I'll probably see some of you guys around the pool a little bit later on today. But yeah, until we meet again, I love you. I care about you. I appreciate you. And aloha from paradise.